What up, y'all? Look, what are you doing? You about 400 pounds. You don't know what to do, right? You don't know where to start. Let me help y'all out. Let me tell you my story. What's happening, y'all? So, I'm not even going to front. This is probably like the ninth or 10th take of this. I didn't realize how hard this was, man. Like, this is pretty difficult to, like, get your lighting right, the angles, and speak and say stuff to the point. It's pretty tough. But let me first start off by saying yes. In that intro, I was telling the truth, man. I was about 400 pounds. Like, no joke. I never tipped 400. I never, like, got over, but I always got close. I was like 390, 395. And, yo, it was tough. Growing up as a kid though, it wasn't like super bad, but as I started to get older into my teenage years, I noticed things. Like grade school was pretty cool, husky little boy, but I was decent, you know what I'm saying? You started to notice, as you get to junior high, high school, I started noticing differences when it comes to the girls. I'm a young guy. I'm trying to come into my own. I'm trying to be, suave in the Mac. But I don't hear the girls talking about me. Nobody's running up to me and saying, "Yo, Susie, think you cute or boo, like you." I always heard like, "Oh well, Susie likes Brian," or whatever the case was, whatever the names were. I was the friend. I was the friendly guy. I was the one. Oh, you so sweet. That was my thing. I was sweet. I was a sweet, lovable, huggable teddy bear dude, which is nothing wrong with that either. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know how to maneuver in that. I just wanted the girl to like me. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. It's all good. I'm the man I am today because of all of that. I'll still be that sweet teddy bear guy. But honestly, I started seeing differences with that. I started seeing differences the more that I engaged in social activities. I played basketball and football, so I was always like fit, athletic and stuff like that. But still, I still gained weight. Um, going to different events, events being big. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all now. If you guys have big friends, leave them alone. Let them do what they want to do. Let them eat as much as they want to. Let them not eat as much as they want to. Because we always being judged. You're always being judged. I hesitated because I said we because sometimes I still feel like I'm that same guy. But when you're big, it's like this. You're not really hungry. You get a salad. People like, you really want a salad? And you're thinking like, yes, I really want a salad, but they think that you're not eating because you really want to eat a lot, but you're not because you don't want to be embarrassed. And on the other hand, if you eat a lot, they looking at you because you ate a lot. And then if you get like a little bit of food, they looking at you like, well, that's all you want to eat, So it's always something. But then again, on the flip side, when you're skinny, when you're small, when you're pretty, somebody always has something to say. It's always going to be somebody negative around you or somewhere. So I say that to be like, be yourselves at all times. People are always going to judge you. So always continue to be yourself, and I think you'll be good. You'll be just fine. Um, I had a lot of emotions, man. I remember going to gym class, not wanting to take my shirt off. I remember when I did take my shirt off one time when I was in swim class. I still remember his name. I'm not gonna say it, but man, that dude used to tease me so bad in high school. I was like real embarrassed. I had a lot of embarrassing moments, but I remember one person who used to give it to me, give me the teasing and stuff pretty good. And that stuff sits with you. It sits with you, man. Like you don't understand. It's even worse now when it comes to the bullying. You got cyberbullying. At least when I left school, it was over with until the next day or whatever the case was. Now you can get on the computer and somebody's still bullying you. But it's tough. It was tough growing up. I remember always used to like be walking around. I would pop my clothes because I didn't want the clothes to stick to the form of my body because I didn't want people to see how big I was. I remember like always wearing like multiple layers when it came to like shirts. I used to wear a t-shirt over a t-shirt with a tank top on. Like that's how much I used to try to hide the form of my stomach, of my chest, of my everything because I was so big, I was uncomfortable. You know, um, it was a lot that I went through. I was never depressed. I was never depressed. Let me say that, and I was never like in a suicidal place when it come to that. When it came to that, so thank goodness I was never one of those people. And if you do have those different things going on with you, I pray that you guys seek help. But I was never there, and I had a really good childhood when it came to a lot of stuff. My parents, my friends and stuff. But, definitely being big changed a lot of things for me. I used to look at people and wonder like, well, why are you skinny? Well, I do the same stuff you do. I run and I play football and different things like that. I don't really eat as much. Why is it that I'm big? You question a lot of things. I thought about the surgery later on in life. I thought about doing the gastric bypass. I thought about the lipo, the lap band, and all of those different things like that. But I didn't know if that was for me. One thing that stopped me from doing those things is I honestly did not give the the diet and weight loss exercising a try. That was a big factor because once I did, that's when I seen that weight start coming off. But it's a mindset thing as well. You actually have to be ready. You have to focus yourself in your mind. You have to tell yourself you can do it. Take it day by day in, day out. You eat good, you do a little bit of activity, you'll start to see those things grow. You manifest it in your mind and say, hey, I can do it, and you will be able to do it. So I'm gonna show pictures and stuff at the end of this. I'm gonna show, I think I put one in the beginning of this. And like I said, this is just the intro just to get y'all warmed up. I want to make sure I'm not using too much time. I'm about at 6 minutes. And I just want to inspire people. That's my biggest thing right now. If I can inspire somebody to lose weight, if I can help y'all, I know some tips, I know some things, I know some people. If I don't know a lot, and please do not think that I'm out here trying to be some kind of fitness expert. I'm not, but I do know a lot about it because of the things that I've been through and because of the things that I want to do. So yeah, hopefully, you guys listen, y'all lock in, and yeah, it's real. So I appreciate you guys so much. Like, you don't understand, like, this is part one of a big journey for me. It's a big step for me. So thank you guys for tuning in. I got more. I'm gonna hook y'all up. Y'all hooking me up. You checking this out. Thank you. All right, man. I'm gonna see y'all later. Okay, so let me just come back and say this really quick. I am in no way bashing anybody who's had surgery, who had the lap band, who had anything that has to do with weight loss, and or anyone with different mental and physical disabilities, because I do understand that sometimes those are the only options that you have. And I'm not downing anybody for doing those things. I was just simply stating that they weren't for me, that I honestly didn't give what I needed to give a try. So let me just say that. So don't be offended. If I offended you in any way, it's definitely not something I'm trying to do. I apologize wholeheartedly. And let's rock, y'all.